Good morning, my dear class 6 students. Students, here I am, your science teacher, Mrs. Aarti Negi, from your school, Vidya Bal Bhavan. And as you know that nowadays we are moving ahead with our online classes. So students, quickly open your book, page number A39. Okay, in this page there is a chapter sorting materials into groups. Already we have learned about the introduction, we have gained the knowledge about the introduction of this chapter. Then we have performed activity 1 and activity 2, and then we have done some activities related to their different properties, like the appearance, and then we have learned about the how some materials are hard and some materials are soft in their texture. So students, today we are going to learn about our next property, that is in your page number A42, and the name of property is soluble or insoluble. Soluble, here are your defines of these properties. It is common experience that when we put a spoonful of common salt or sugar into a tumbler filled with water and stir the contents, the sugar or the common salt completely disappears. We say that sugar or common salt dissolves in water. Such substance which dissolve in water are known as soluble substance. So here from this little experience we can define that the substance means the material, the things which dissolve in water are called soluble substance. And one more important term here is solubility, the property of a substance due to which it dissolves in water is called solubility. Means solubility is actually the property of the substance or the material. And the second type of substance are insoluble substance, means the substance which do not dissolve in water are called insoluble substance. And here on the page of A42, on the basis of this property, there are activity 4 and activity 5. Today we will perform these activities also. And here in this page there is one more definition, there is solubility of liquid substance in water. Means if we will try to mix liquids in water, then a new term arises. For these substances, the new terms will be miscible liquids or immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids means the liquids that or which dissolve in water are called miscible liquids. Like you can say the lime juice, that is miscible in water. And the liquids which do not mix with each other, or you can say that do not mix with water, are called immiscible liquids, like a simple coconut oil or a mustard oil or a sunflower oil. These oils are immiscible in water. So let's perform activity 4 and activity 5, okay, to conclude or to get the knowledge about soluble and insoluble substance and miscible and immiscible substance. And here in this page there is did you know also, that is liquids such as kerosene oil, coconut oil, petrol, ether, benzene, etc. are not miscible in water. Means they are the liquids, these are the liquids that do not mix with water. However, they are easily miscible with one another. Okay, means kerosene oil, we can take the example of kerosene oil is very easily mixed, gets very easily mixed with coconut oil. So we can say there are various liquids like kerosene oil, coconut oil, petrol that is immiscible with water, but they are miscible with each other. So students, let's perform our activity 4 and activity 5. Students, you can see that I am having a glass of water, a spoon to mix the things. Here I am having too many solid things, like here you can see this is stone and mud. Here I am having salt and this one is sugar. Okay, next I am having a plastic piece, that is a sharpener here, and a wooden material. Here is a small little colored pencil made up of wood. So let's start our activity, that is linked with whether the things are soluble and insoluble in water. So activity that is present in your page number A43, activity 4, to prove that some solids are soluble in water and some solids are insoluble in water. Let's take with this plastic material first. This is a plastic material and now I am placing this plastic material into the water. Now here you can see that plastic material is sinked down here at the bottom of this glass, but it is not at all soluble. So we can conclude that the material that are insoluble in water are the material that doesn't dissolve in the water. Such materials are called insoluble things. Now I'm taking out this plastic material. As you can see, still it is just like the previous condition. Now I'm going to place the wooden object into the water. Let's see whether it is soluble or insoluble. Now you can see still the color pencil is still present at the bottom of this glass, just remains unchanged. Here you can see it, and there is no trace of wood in the water. So we can conclude that wood is also insoluble in water. Now students, let's start with sugar. Now sugar is in its solid form, and now I am placing this sugar into the water, and now I am mixing it well. Now you can see sugar starts dissolving in the water, and as I stir it continuously, slowly the particles of sugars are dissolving in the water. And now you can see all the sugar crystals are dissolved in water. So the material that gets dissolved in the water are called soluble substances. Okay. Now I'm going to change this water. I'm taking another glass of water. Here again I'm having crystal clear normal water, potable water from the tap. And now I'm adding salt into it. And let's see what will happen with the salt, whether it is soluble or insoluble in water. So I'm putting this salt into the water, and now again I'm going to stir it. And after some time you will observe that all the salt particles are dissolved in water, and now it's become salty water. So if the substance get dissolved in water, then they are called soluble substance. And here we have took the salt, so we can say that salt is a soluble substance that get dissolved in water perfectly. Now again I'm changing this water. I'm taking a new glass of water. Again students, here I am having a next glass of water. Now we will place the stone and mud particles into the water, and let's see whether they are soluble or insoluble. Now I'm going to stir it again. And after continuously stirring it for some time, we can see the water becomes muddy here. And after putting it undisturbed, after setting it undisturbed for some time, now let me give you a closer look to this glass of water. Now you can see students, all the maximum mud particles, heavy particles, as well as stone are submerged, sank down in this glass of water, and the light particles like grass pieces and hay pieces are floating on the surface of water. Like you can see here, they are floating on the water's top surface, and the heavier particles are settled down here. So from this activity we can conclude that the stone and mud particles are insoluble substances, means they are the materials that remains unchanged in the water, and because they doesn't dissolve in water, so they are called as insoluble substances. Now students, let's come to our page number A43, activity number 5. To prove that some liquids are soluble in water. Means here we are going to check whether the substance, the liquids are given to us are miscible or immiscible liquids. So let's perform this activity. To perform this activity, right now I am having a glass of water, lemon juice, and oil, a normal regular coconut oil here I am having. First, I'll take the lemon juice. I'll take a spoon of lemon juice and put it in the water. I'm going to take more lemon juice, and after stirring it for some time, we can see that all the lemon juice gets dissolved in the water. Here you cannot find the separate layer of lemon juice or the water, because all the particles are lemon juice are dissolved in the water. So the liquids which dissolve in water are called miscible liquids. Okay, just learn this definition of miscible liquids. The liquids which dissolve in water are called miscible liquids. Okay, so here the lemon juice we have took is an example of miscible liquid. Now students, again I am taking a new fresh glass of water. Here is a new fresh water glass, and now I am going to place oil into it. with the help of this spoon. And if I'll try to mix this water and oil together, after some time the layer of oil floats on the surface of water. As you can see, students, here, as I am mixing oil with water, as I'm trying to mix it well, let's stir it continuously, vigorously, and after some time we will observe that these two liquids doesn't get mixed with each other. As you can see here, the layer of oil is floating at the top of this glass. Here you can see this is a layer of oil that gets accumulated at the top of this water surface, and remaining here the lower part is the water. As you can see, the layer of oil and layer of water are just remains undissolved. So from this activity we can conclude that the liquids, like here the liquids are water and oil, the liquids that doesn't get mixed with each other are called immiscible liquids. So write down this definition as well as learn it properly. The liquids which do not dissolve in water are called immiscible liquids. And here we have took the example of water and oil. So the water and oils do not mix with each other, so because they are showing the properties of immiscible liquids. Okay, now students, let's do this activity with two more ingredients here present. The first one is water, and so here I am having water and honey. As you can see, it is a honey. Let's take some honey. Here I'm having honey in this spoon, and now I'm going to try to dissolve this honey in this water, and let's see whether it gets dissolved in water or not. So here students, you can see this water is again clear now. Means we can conclude that honey gets dissolved in water perfectly. So we can say honey and water are the examples of miscible liquids. So these were our activity 4 and activity 5 from our page number A43. So today we have learned about that some substance present around us are soluble in nature, soluble in water you can say, and some materials are insoluble in water. And from next activity, from the activity 5, we can conclude that some liquids are soluble in water and some liquids are insoluble in water. So the liquids that dissolve in water are called miscible liquids, and the liquids which do not dissolve in water are called immiscible liquids. So students, that's it for today's session. Just learn the important point from today's class and be at your home. Be safe. Thank you and keep learning all the time.